Hi there, good morning. It is Gloria Kramer from Oakville, Canada, and today we are going to be making this cute little card using the Give It a Whirl dies and window sheets. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. This is part of my July kit. The kit is going to look slightly different than this card, only because I'm assuming that I make the assumption that you probably don't have the exact same stamp set that I have, but I want you to still be able to make a card that is similar. So we're going to use DSP for this card. And now this DSP is retired, but you can just use the same idea. I basically wanted to show you the method of how I put this together and how I did this, so that you can use what you have to do the same thing at home. So the die that I used once I ran my DSP through my cutting machine, I went and used this die here. It's like a border die, and I went and cut this in half. So the bottom half has the little hole where you would stick your brad through. And this is the one I used. So at home, if you don't have the exact same die that I use, don't worry. It's not a big deal. Okay, sorry, I'm just gonna close these. Okay, so I'm gonna use Happy Birthday from, let's use from Artistically Inked, because it happens to be out here. So we're gonna use the Happy Birthday sentiment stamp from that stamp set. And I'm just gonna stamp it in black. Again, you can use any sentiment you want. You can, if your DSP is darker. Now, all the DSP I use for this kit are different, but it's all from the same collection. So if you have a darker DSP, then what you can do is you can stamp with Versamark and then emboss it in white, and then I'll just give it that pop. So I'm going to use Happy Birthday. There we go. Sorry, that one's slightly crooked. Oh well. It is what it is. So first we're going to stick down our top piece. And this one we're going to glue down. I think one of my favorite products so far from the annual catalog has been the Give It a Whirl dies, because they've just been so much fun, and you can do so many different cards with those dies. I did not get the stamp set that they had with the dies. I just got the I just went and bought the dies by themselves. Okay, so we're gonna glue this down. Then our next step is this wheel. So what I gave you in your kit, you're gonna have like a couple of turtles, and you're gonna glue those turtles down onto your plastic sheet. So I have 3 here. So I'm gonna glue these 3 down. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to attach the wheel. Now you can cut basically any image to put on this window sheet. Like it's, trust me, you have so many choices. They're absolutely endless. Now with this piece here, if you're finding it's a little long, you can actually sort of bend it in on itself here. So if you're finding the ends of your brad a little long, you just bend it in. Okay, so then next, we're basically gonna add our turtles. And we want to make sure our turtle doesn't block our image, which is why I decided to add my plastic sheet first. So now with this, what we're going to do is we're going to pop it up onto dimensionals. Make sure you use quite a few dimensionals because you want to make sure that it pops and that it doesn't have any trouble turning. So I think that's pretty good. Now again, if you do have the Party Puffin stamp set at home, then what you can do is you can stamp your images, color them, and then fussy cut them, and then you add them to your wheel. So basically it's the same thing as this one here, but we're just using different, we're just using DSP instead of a stamp set. So now we go and line this up. And we give it a little press. And then we're gonna put some adhesive onto our turtles. And again, it doesn't have to be turtles when you're making this at home because this is a retired DSP set, DSP. So you can use any image. You can use hearts, you can use butterflies. I mean, you just need to use your imagination. And I want to make sure I put enough adhesive on these turtles so that the pieces don't pop up, because they need to be fairly flat so that when you're spinning your wheel, they don't come off. And there's no edges that will cause them to get stuck or anything. So we have one turtle. That's not exactly perfect, but that's okay. Then we're gonna put this next turtle on. My big 85-pound dog is trying to sit on my lap because he's scared of the nail gun that's going off upstairs. And that would be my other dog. Oops. See, that's what I mean about wanting to put enough glue so that the pieces don't get stuck when you try to spin it. Now I don't like using Tombow glue for this because on the window sheet it gets messy. So my suggestion is don't use Tombow glue. And then here's our last turtle. We want him down close to the edge there. And my hands are getting so sticky from this. So if you do end up getting too much glue on, you can always use this. Okay. So I think this turned out okay. So there's our swimming turtles. And then I have this little red heart, and I just thought it was cute. You can sort of pop it up. I colored mine with a blend. And let's just use this one here. So I'm going to put this over here, just because. And then we have a strip here, and we can just stamp. I'm going to this time use the Make-A-Wish from the Party Puffins. Or you know what, we could use this to somebody who makes others happy. I don't know. I can't decide. Okay, no, let's use Make-A-Wish. It's sort of more neutral. So I'm going to use the black again. Now with this, you can either go and make a banner, I do have a punch that can do this as well, but I couldn't really decide whether or not I wanted to do a banner, so I guess I am now. So you can either do a banner or you can sort of cut it really close like I did for this card here. I'm going to pop it up like that just to fill out that space. But again, depending on what your DSP is like, you might want to do something different. And there we go. Now, if you wanted to bling it out and you happen to have, this is just sort of an afterthought, and I'm only doing this because I happen to have these things sitting out. You can add a couple of little blings, rhinestones to your card. I think I might add one of these. I don't know. And maybe we'll stick we'll use a blue one as well. Somewhere here. Here we go. So there is our finished card. So basically this was just to show you the technique of using a window sheet for your wheel and sort of to cut it, cut your DSP sheet in half so that you get a different kind of card. I can also show you some of the other cards I've made. So here are some of the other cards I've made using the same Give It a Whirl die. So this one's Hey Girlfriend. And then we have this one. This one, I love this one. I'm really a dog person, but this is not a Stampin' Up stamp set, but I thought it was super cute anyways. And then we have this Happy Birthday one. I think this is from my June class. And then again, I used the same DSP collection. And instead of stamping something on the wheel, I just cut a 3-inch circle and I stuck that onto the wheel. So you sort of have some swimming. They're swimming backwards in this one. I didn't really think it through, but so you have some swimming turtles or some turtles going crazy there. And yeah, so thanks again for sticking around, dealing with my dogs and all the sounds from our renovation. And yeah, I know it's been a while. It's been about 3 weeks because that's when our renovation started. And I'm going to try to do at least one class every month while our renovation is happening. Hopefully this renovation will be done in another 2 weeks and things will be back to normal. Again, have an awesome week. Happy Monday, and we'll see you soon.